So for the last 4 weeks, I've been driving the BYD SEAL Excellence, an absolutely fantastic car. But today is the day where I'm gonna swap it to a different EV. This is a lot more luxurious, but do I like it as much as the BYD from China? We'll find out. So we just picked up this new car, and obviously, as you can see, this is the Mercedes-Benz EQA AMG version 250 plus. And here's the first impressions of this coming from a Chinese car to a luxury German car. What's it actually like? So then, let's take a look at the design, because interestingly, my first reaction to this was that it's a little bit feminine design. But now, having it for a couple hours, coming back, it's actually grown on me. So I'm not exactly sure how I feel about the design, but looking at the front, there is some clear things that show that this is an EV. You don't have these massive grills. One of the things that I really like are these wheels. These AMG wheels, I really like it. But then side profile, rest of it is actually quite simple. They've painted these white as well, not black. So it doesn't feel too much of an SUV, but a little bit more luxurious. The mirrors are black, matching the actual wheels, which is nice. But then this is a little bit like smooth, the way it goes overall, a little bit feminine. Let me turn it around and let's take a look at the back. So looking at this back, interestingly, a lot of the EVs are trying to do this line through there. If you remember, the BYD had very similar thing. And then look at, obviously, trying to make the rear diffuser. This is fake, this doesn't do anything. The way you open the boot is just pushing this back, and it obviously opens. The boot is not necessarily that big, and you can't put the cables underneath here because there's actually spare tire or tire kit in there. Look, there's handles in here, even though it's electric. Why are there handles in there? I guess you could pull the handle as well. Let's take a look at the space in the back seat. There's plenty of space in here. No through loading. But, oh, cup holders. That's nice. Voila. That's quite comfortable. Very nice materials in the back. Like you've got leather on the seat, on the side here, suede on here. Very nice handles. Looks posh. Isofix as well, so you can fit the kids' seats in here.
Wheel is nice.
The new car smell.
Looks nice. Mercedes always have that same look though, don't they? That sort of shiny, circular fans.
Yeah, I do actually like that.
Yeah, it feels nice, very smooth. Nowhere near the BYD. My problem is, you know where the acceleration pedal is?
Yeah.
I hate that there's no space
on the right
for me to just put my foot down, because I like to take my foot off when I'm on cruise control and put it down. But there's no place to put it now. I have to bring it back. The brakes are questionable.
Like very sensitive.
Yeah.
Not as smooth, or like it takes a while to get used to the feel.
I feel like there's a lot of settings that it's trying to help you drive, but it doesn't help you drive.
That's exactly what I felt.
Like, oh, we'll brake for you. We'll automatically brake for you. No, it's not helpful. I just want to drive. When the BYD was like, we can do that for you, but it's up to you.
Just let us know when you want it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because this car has a lot less tech to it than BYD had.
Really?
Because they've like added tech to like a car that used to be a petrol, diesel car, whatever.
Yeah.
Combustion engine. So they've made it into electric. So this should have like less tech, but it seems interrupting more.
Yeah.
Very important to mention that this car value is roughly around £51,000, something like that, which is actually more expensive than the BYD. The BYD SEAL that we had, Excellence model, is 48, 47, something like that, the value in the performance model. But this is more expensive. So I've got like high hopes for this car. I like to see that there's buttons for the actual aircon and you don't have to go through the big screen which is much nicer. You've got physical buttons, but at the same time, the steering wheel buttons are touch sensitive buttons. So the touch sensitivity on the steering wheel, to me, that doesn't really work. Then it's got these pedals on the steering wheel, as you can see, plus and minus. And if you've got an AMG Mercedes or just any car, you know that this is pedal shifting, obviously for manual. In this car, it changes the recuperation of the electricity. So I've gone to strong, and when I go down to minus, it goes to maximum. The screen feels tiny to me compared to BYD. It's just very, very small. It's the one, like two separate screens that go over. There's a black in the middle, which doesn't feel as nice because it feels like it's one big screen, yet there's actually two separate ones. I'd love to see something else in the middle in there. That would be nice. So the driving position, that's one of the other things that massively is different. You are more sat up. Nothing is electric, only the lumbar support is electric, so everything you have to adjust manually, which is interesting. Lastly, I want to talk about the driving kind of experience. Obviously, the BYD was rapid. This car now feels very, very slow. It's not as fast. It's got 140 kilowatts, I think, but that 140 kilowatts doesn't mean much because it's such a heavy car. So when you're putting your foot down, it just takes a time. It's just a calm car, okay? So this is not meant for any speed. It's not meant for that rapid electrical response, which is interesting. That's the different experience of driving EVs. But the way the throttle works, the way the brake works, is just a little bit odd. It doesn't feel as natural and as smooth. In here right now, we're driving on a highway doing 74, cruise control on. Here's the thing. If I want to press this, which is active distance assist, which basically is adaptive cruise control, but then on the screen there is a message that says active distance assist not enabled, but can be purchased at a later date. This car is 51 grand and you don't get adaptive cruise control with this. That feels a little bit odd, but remember, this is compared to the BYD, okay? And right now, the first impressions for me has been that I like the BYD more.